Welcome to your new future. You know, congratulations on being accepted with the firm. We don't let everybody in. Some companies let everybody in. We don't let everybody in. There's a background check. You had to go through a few questions, an interview. You got to do a business plan, a marketing plan. Some people that applied for the position here was not accepted. Financial services industry is the fastest growing, the highest paid industry out there right now. How many of you knew that? You know, we have the fastest growing company. We grow more in 1 month than most companies grow an entire year. Now understand this, our company was up 48% last year. We were up 48%. Also, we have the best team in the company, I believe. If you look at the leadership and you look at how many million-dollar earners on the team that we represent, we're dominating that category. We got over 200 years experience right here in this office. Over 200 years experience. So now you got the best industry, the best team, the best system, the best company, and I truly believe the best training center. Because last week, let me tell you something. What you see here going on, we didn't have all this stuff. We're making a difference right now. Every week we're adding, enhancing things. So I was telling Curtis, I said, you know what? We need a computer dedicated for this room. So I can just come in here and plug and play. We may set up a Zoom camera right there. So I don't have to set it up, just hit plug and play. So we want the best technology. We want to give you the best chance to win. How many of you are on social media? You got Grant Cardone. We have Ed Milet. Ed Milet is our agency chairman. He's very good friends with Grant Cardone. We just signed a deal with Grant Cardone. He's now one of our sales trainers. He's the #1 sales trainer in the world. So I highly, highly recommend you follow these two on social media because you're going to learn something and you're going to see how powerful our company is. You're going to see from the leaders how powerful this thing is. Now, Aegon. How many have heard of Aegon before? Before WFG, have you heard of Aegon? Most people haven't heard of Aegon. How many of you got a Google phone? How many of you have an Apple phone? Aegon is larger than Google and larger than Apple, but you never heard of it. How many heard of my rich Dutch uncle? That's Aegon. So they own WFG, they own Transamerica. WFG is the only marketing arm for Aegon. That says a lot here in the United States. Here are some of the companies we're in business with. We represent billion-dollar companies. As a matter of fact, we're in a trillion-dollar industry backed by billion-dollar companies, and I'm going to share with you a system to make millions. Also, they did their research with their lawyers and their attorneys. We did our research with our lawyers and attorneys. We came to an agreement that let's start the strategic alliance. Is that powerful resources right there for you? Absolutely. You know, there's two major phenomenons going on. The first one, we have the movement of money. There's money on the move. The second one, there's the movement of people. There's people moving, careers, people looking for the ways to make more money. Nobody was born and the doctor spanked them on the bottom and said, what are you going to do, Uber? They didn't say that to them. People do Uber, not knocking Uber or Lyft, but they're doing that for extra income and flexible schedule. There's so many people looking for that right now. If you think about $63 trillion getting ready to move in the next 20 years, all you got to do is get in between where the money is and where the money's going. Now, think about our industry. We paid $15 trillion and over $50 billion in commissions last year. Most people can't say the T word and the B word. They can only say the M word, which is millions. So it's the highest paid profession. It's a long-term career. You get the professional recognition that you deserve. You control your time and your income, flexible schedule, unlimited upside potential. But we're the best kept secret in American business. Think about that. Our environment, is this a positive environment? Do you love the way we're setting up the classes now? So just to think, when you're a brand new person coming out, positive environment, we got the classes running. We got the class downstairs for licensed people. You're going to be down there soon. And then your new people are going to be in here with me. And then you're going to have people in that training. So we rotate trainers too. So we got a great positive environment. Business mindset. You got to have a business mind. not an employee mind. We're going to talk about that. A winning atmosphere. Does that little guy look like he want to win?
Yes.
He looks like he want to win bad, right? Man, family business. We got people in business with their family. We got a very strict dress code. We want to step that dress code up because we got to look like we're in the money business. Okay, the money business. Think about this. It's the most profitable business in the world. There's money in money. You may want to write that in your notes. There's money in money. So you got to go where the money is. You got to make sure it's a long-term opportunity. You got to make sure you're focused but flexible. You got to be flexible because everybody's not going to keep their word. Everybody's not going to do what they say they're going to do. And you got to be predictable because that equals a profit. I want this system and our environment and our team, everything is predictable. I know how many people, if I put in this system, how much money we're going to make. Just got to figure out how many people you're going to put in the system. And when money moves, someone get paid. Why not me? Right place, right time, right people, right technology, the right training, the right office, the right business model. Are you an entrepreneur? If you got all these things lined up and you are an entrepreneur, you're going to win. It's because let me tell you, the ones who are not thinking business, their job will be replaced by a robot. Do you have a plan B? Because if you don't have a plan B, you will be replaced by a robot or you will be replaced by a computer. You see, we're the only industry that you still got to sit down, kneecap to kneecap, eye to eye, and we're going to go over your dreams and your goals, and we're going to break down a financial plan, and we're going to sit down. We may drink coffee, we may drink water, we may drink something else, but I'm going to tell you something. We will connect. Most industries, they can't connect with people. And that's the challenge in the world today because we live in a text message and a messaging society. People don't even know how to hold a conversation. Use this internet next time. There we go. The lifestyle ladder. The lifestyle ladder. Most people start as an employee in life, working for somebody else, working for other people. Then they move to self-employed, working for yourself. Oh, I got my own business. No, you don't. You have a business job because it's only you. You don't spend time with your family. You're always missing out on family events because you're always on the grind. You're always on the hustle. Most people self-employed on the grind. And then you go to business owner. That's people working with you. You notice I didn't say working for you, working with you. Now you go to investor and your money works for you. Your money is coming from one of these places. If you want more money and more time, you got to go up the ladder. Because let me tell you something. So many people are stuck in the red box and don't even know it. I got to get you out of the red box so you can run our system. I see you doing this presentation one day. I see you running a meeting one day. I see you opening your own office. It has to be good enough for everyone to win, not just one person. Now your money works for you. Somebody got to go to work, you or your money. Both can't be lazy. So you got to have a business mindset. How many of you did your 2018 hobby plan? And you took it to the bank and said, this is my hobby plan. Understand this. You don't get paid for a hobby, but you get paid for a business. And with a business, you're going to make money. In a hobby, you don't make money. In a business, you have a written plan and strategic objectives. In a hobby, you don't. You're going to structure time and you're going to have a long-term perspective. Now, employee versus business. At a job, you get paid to show up. You hit the clock. At a job, you get paid just for being there and checking the email and drinking coffee. In a business, you got to produce a result. The law of the farm. Does the farmer get paid to plant seeds? Does a farmer get paid to water the seed? Does a farmer get paid to harvest the crop? Does a farmer get paid to load the truck? Does a farmer get paid to drive the truck? Does a farmer get paid when he show up to market? A farmer get paid when they sell their product to market. So We got to understand the law of the farm. And in business, there's 4 stages of income. The first stage of income, you're grossly underpaid. Grossly underpaid. You're getting licensed, you're figuring this thing out, trying to figure out how our business model works. Then you're just getting by. There's so many people just getting by on a job. It's a difference just getting by in a business. I'd rather just get by in a business. At least I got my time freedom and my flexibility. Then you go about getting paid what you're worth. You get paid what you're worth. Then after that, you get paid, you're grossly overpaid. How many of you are ready to get grossly overpaid? All right, grossly overpaid. So that's the business mindset. And the last one is self-employed versus business owner. We have Chick-fil-A here. Some people love it, some people don't like it. How many of you love Chick-fil-A here in Atlanta, Georgia? They got a great chicken sandwich. But what's better than the chicken sandwich? The customer service. Have you ever go to Chick-fil-A and get cussed out and got the bag thrown at you? There's something about the way they hire people is totally different than McDonald's or Burger King. Not knocking those. But understand this. If you're selling Chick-fil-A sandwiches at a high school football game, she got 10 Chick-fil-A stores, double drive-through, 10 registers, people out on their iPads taking orders, and you selling $3 at the game. Who's going to sell more chicken sandwiches? See, you own a business and you're self-employed. See, there's a big difference. I can move more chicken sandwiches with 10 stores. So think about our industry and think about a business. We're not a franchise. We're a reverse franchise. Think of this. No franchise fees, no inventory, no salary, low overhead, no territory restriction, no land purchase, no equipment, no payroll, no experience. We got a system here to support you. You get a business coach, you get a financial coach. It was $100 and a smile that got you started. No credit check, no boss, no time clock, no employees. Is that good or good? That's what you have your hands on here in a $63 trillion industry backed by billion-dollar companies. And I'm going to share with you a system to make millions. There's a major need for what we do. Major need. Let's break it down. People was told that if they go to school and get a good job, everything would be all right. Go to school, make good grades, get a good job. Get a pension and your Social Security, have a little bit of personal savings, and you would be okay. Let me ask you this. How many of you know people who spend all their money right now and don't worry about later? They live it up. And some people hoard everything and don't spend any money and don't have any fun. So there has to be a balance. But let me tell you this. Pensions may not be there for you. Social Security may not be there for you. All you can count on is number 3, but at number 3, there's no financial education. Do we learn money in school? We learn money when something bad happens. So let me share this with you. Here are the 4 states that teach financial education. Georgia's not one of them. South Carolina's not one of them. New Jersey's not one of them. They taught us economics, but we don't understand money. A good debt, a bad debt, how to balance your checkbook, an asset, a liability, what to invest in. What if you had that class your senior year in high school? You'd be better off. We have a mission and we got a crusade that we want all 50 states teaching financial education. We're going to make a difference. We're going to fight it in Washington, D.C. We're going to fight it in Congress. We want people to get the financial education. They have nowhere to go now but here. The stuff you're going to learn here in our financial classes will transform your business, but not only transform your business, transform your life and the next generation, because you're going to teach them how money works. And I feel proud about that because I love teaching people how money works. I know it's not in the school system. But in a survey, he said, do you fear dying or outliving your money? 61% said outliving their money. That is the #1 concern for most retirees. #1 concern. So there are 76 million baby boomers, and I can tell you majority was not educated on how money works. Every 7 seconds, somebody turns 65 years old. Somebody just turned 65 years old. What's on their mind? Their money. Think about this. Every day, 10,900 people for the next 17 years, from 2011 to 2029, there's a window of opportunity that you could capitalize on because of the baby boomers, the baby boom generation. 76 million of them. So if you're born between 1946 and 1964, yes, you are a baby boomer. So at the age of 65, they did a survey of 100 people, and they said 53 of the 100 was dependent, 14 was still working, 24 was deceased, passed away, 8 was okay, and 1 was wealthy. So out of the 100 people, only 9% was financially sound. And you can put the definition of financially sound, whatever you feel that is. So from that 9%, let's break down the 9%. Guess what happened at the 9%? 1 hit the lottery or got inheritance. 5 was a super salesperson. 10 was a CEO or a president or an executive of a company. 10 was doctors and attorneys, but 74 were entrepreneurs. Do you feel you're in the right place? You gotta own your own business. Here, you own your own business. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we teach wealthy concepts. We got lots of concepts, but I want to share with you one that my family participated in. I want to share with you one that will change your family tree. And let's throw this one concept up, but we got plenty of concepts, but I want to share with you one. 80% people put their money in the bank, or they got a lot of cash. Everybody got that uncle with a knot of money who don't trust the bank. You want your money safe. You want to be able to touch your money. Be honest. How many of you want to touch some of your money? And you get 1%. So 80% people get 1% of their money or less. Is that a need? That's a need. 15% people put their money in investments because they want to make more money. You don't put your money in something and say, all right, Johnny, I want you to lose it all for me. It doesn't work that way, right? 5% people. Where do you think the top 5% wealthy people put their money? The top 5% wealthy people. Where do you think the wealthy of the wealthy put their money? Oh, you know a little something. Investment grade life insurance, because it's tax advantage. The biggest threat to your money in the future is life insurance. No, the biggest, not life insurance. Let me say that again. The biggest threat to your money is taxes. The best place to protect it is in a life policy. So let's break it down some more. Let's call it a LIRP, Life Insurance Retirement Plan. There's one type called the GIUL. The G stands for global. Your money is in 3 major markets: United States, Europe, and China. So now while you're sleeping, you're making money. Who want to make money in their sleep? Awesome. The index, some products can get you up to 12 to 15%. So there's a cap of 15. So I know you're thinking, well, what if it makes 20? Well, you get 15. But there's a floor. What if it does a negative 20? In some cases, you can get 0.75. So if the market goes up, you make money. If the market goes down, you don't lose money due to market decline. How many of you would love to have something like this in 2008? The U stands for you are in control. Also stands for universal. There's a minimum, there's a maximum, it's flexible, and you don't have to be 59 and a half to touch the money. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. When I needed the money out of the policy while I was living, I pulled the money out, took care of my mortgage, my lights, my gas, and when I got back on my feet, I just paid the policy back. I wasn't 59 and a half, but I'm so thankful I had that tool. And then the L, protection, legacy, life insurance. It also has living benefits. So the heart attack, the stroke, the cancers. People are surviving a heart attack physically, but not financially. This policy will kick in after 90 days. So it pays you while you're living. Now, you got $500,000 of policy. We set it up on option B. Something happened to you, your family gets the $500,000 plus the cash. If you live and something happened to you, and there's a heart attack or a stroke or a cancer, this now turns to a long-term care plan. Normally, the care goes to the oldest daughter. They got to stop everything they're doing. So I don't only call this life insurance, I call it dream insurance. I call it legacy protection. I call it money insurance because this particular plan, you don't lose money and you don't pay taxes. How many of you seen something like this before? Don't take it the wrong way. If you don't have $250,000, or if you can't put $2,000 a month into something like this, they won't even show it to you. They may show you something called a 401k. They may share you something with something called a Roth IRA. But this right here, that's the average premium is $2,000 a month. So this is the kind of client that's the top 5% earners put their money in. But for us, it's different. If you got $100 to save, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000 or more, we can work with you. Now, I'm sure we can find more people $100 a paycheck versus $2,000 a month, right? So where do people like us go to get the wealthy concepts to bring to our family? And long as we put money in here, it's going to pay out one way or another. If I live, it pays. If I live and need the money, it pays. If I pass away, it pays. No matter what happens, it will pay, long as I pay. And that's the tax code that everybody's going crazy over. 7702 section A through D. If you think about it, everything is driven by the tax code. 401 section K is a tax code. 403 section B is a tax code. 7702 sections A through D is a tax code. 5 things we believe in. See, when you believe in something, nobody can talk you out of it. Number 1, we believe in protecting your family and your legacy. Number 2, we believe in becoming debt-free. You work with us, you run our system, you run this business right, these things will happen for you. We believe in saving money and building an emergency fund. Now, can you argue me on some of this stuff? Nobody gonna say, no, man, I want to be in debt, man. And we don't want to leave them nothing. We don't let no legacy. We won't now, we won't Friday. Having a long-term plan for building wealth for your future and owning your own business. These are the 5 things we believe in. And we take it seriously. And I let people know this is what we believe in, right? This is what we do for families, y'all. We help people become debt-free, graduate school, no college loans, take a family trip, spend more time with their family. I was sitting with a client. They was afraid to sit down because they felt embarrassed at the age of 45. They thought that they didn't have nothing saved. They really didn't save. They didn't have none of the stuff we had. Sat down with them, increased their cash flow by $300 a month. Put them on track to be debt-free, mortgage paid off within the next 9 years. Everything paid off. We established an emergency fund. We put them in the right proper protection. And that presentation, that concept I shared, they got one of those too, and we put their will in place. They were like, man, we never known this stuff existed, and people wanted to charge us $1,000. We didn't charge anything. We make a difference. When you go out there and start helping families, you're going to see the big difference we help them with. Okay, I'm going to talk to you now about how to drive this whole business, how to drive our system. Can you drive a car with no wheels? Even Fred Flintstone can't drive with no wheels. Can you drive with one wheel? You ain't going too far. The first wheel is commit to building a large business. It's the first wheel. Second wheel, attend all meetings and big events. This is the time the champions show up in the green. Wednesday at 6, Saturday at 9:30. We have financial concepts at 8:30. Wednesday, we got a daytime overview as well. The third wheel, 10 training appointments. You want to learn the words of our business. You want to learn how to fill out the financial needs analysis. You want to learn how to become a professional. And the only way you're going to do that is be on the court. So you're going to have some of the best trainers train you. We highly recommend 10, but 3 is mandatory because we want to make sure you know what you're doing. I did 34 appointments while I was in training so I can learn the business. So this is how it looks. You got client 1 and client 2. Have them sit there. The trainee sits over there. The trainee job is to bring trust to the table. So you don't want all three on one side, and you don't want the trainer and the trainee look like 2 on 2. You don't want that either. So now the trainee brought the trust. I'm going to bring the credibility and the experience. And now the trust has been transferred. Now we can sit together and talk about money. Because if you just pass your pilot's license, you just passed yesterday, do you think your family will allow you to fly them over the Pacific Ocean to Hawaii? But you just passed yesterday. You just got your license yesterday. It's not about if you just got your license. It's how many miles you have. In our business, it's how many F&As you filled out. How much experience do you have? So the trainee job is to edify the trainer. Hey, I want to thank ALVIN for being here today with us. You know, ALVIN was able to help my family become debt-free. He also put an emergency plan in place. And most importantly, he helped us with a tax-free retirement. Thank you, ALVIN, so much for your help. This means a lot to us. Everyone, I trust ALVIN here with my money. That's why I brought him here with us today. My job is to help build you a referral source. So when the license come back, you got 100 people to see. Identify new business partners. Learn to help clients and get you your promotion. That's my job. That's my job right there. And leaders on this call in South Carolina, New Jersey, I see some people in North Carolina also. I see somebody out in LA. Let me tell you something. I will email this out. This is still the draft, so we're going to email this out to y'all. And the last will. Who think they can figure out the last will? Here we go. Here's the last will. Professional certification. You got to go before the state and take your exam. It's A, B, C, D. I don't know if it's A, B, C, or D, but I know 2 of them are completely wrong. The other 2 you got to figure out. So we will give you all the old tests from previous years, and we give you all the stuff you need to pass. We got a 90% passing ratio in this office. Everybody got it? This will probably be the most simplest test you ever take in your life. So you just got to go out there and knock it out. So let's talk about how we get paid. Who will know how we get paid? Amount saved normally is the target. So we get paid on target. Target times 12. 12 equals points. That's called points. Points times your contract level equals money. In this example, $250 a month target times 12 months equals 3,000 points times your contract level equals money. That's the formula. I learned that my first day in business. Now, here it is. You got to climb the ladder here so you can become a business owner. The training associate starts off at 30%. You should only be a training associate for 7 days. 45, and it goes up to 80%. So if I take the $250 a month in that program I just shared with you, at a training associate, $900 a month. How many people you know would love to make an extra $900 a month? That's extra part-time. So you won't even be there, because by the time you do your training appointments and get your promotion and your license come back in the state from the state of Georgia, you should be at associate. Is that a big difference in pay? You got to get to associate. You also will have an opportunity to become a senior associate, a marketing director, and I got to get you to broker. As your coach, my job is to get you at the broker position 6 months or less. Now, a training associate minus training associate, there's no profit margin. But an associate, 45 minus 30 is 15%. But if you look at it in the pay, that's close to 50% increase in pay. And that's your profit margin. So if you are a broker and you're training TAs and they write it on their own, you make $1,500 per client. Is there money in money? Now keep in mind, if that changes to 500, you make more money. If it changes to 1,000, you make more money. It's all based on the client's budget. I just help the client save $5 grand a month. You can do the math later. So your first 7 days, you've seen some people with a gold name badge. I notice all of y'all got the blue one on. You want to go gold. This is how you go gold. You get a business code number. So I guess you in this class, you can check that off. Introduce one person to our business. That means a person get into the business. Start a suitable financial plan. Register for your life and health class. That's it. You do these things, we give you a gold name badge. And how do you keep our system moving? You just keep running this. You just keep running it. So your first 7 days is 117. One new associate, one family help. You bring on Johnny, Johnny become a client, you get promoted. You bring on Christina, and you become a client, you get promoted. So you can count your personal one when you come to the business, because we want you to believe in what we do. The last thing I ever want to happen, we sitting down with the biggest client ever in the history of the company. And we getting ready to close the business. And they say, oh, hold on, James, you a client? You're like, nah, not yet. How'd that look? That don't look good. So you got to believe in what we believe in, because if you don't believe in the business you're in, how long is that business going to last? And we want everybody to become a product of the product. So you can look people in the eye and say, I did my financial plan. Uh-oh, here we go. Just imagine I got on all red. Socks, shoes, shirt, tie, hat, vest. But I'm a good guy. And I just shared with you one of the best products ever. Would you trust me? Why not? I only got on all red. Why wouldn't you trust me? What's wrong with that? So many people put a red suit on themselves and don't even know they have on a red suit because of the words they're saying. Certain words create a red suit. So I'm going to give you the words so you won't be walking around in all red and don't know it. Everybody got it? Nobody want to go to a meeting. The last meeting they got fired. The last meeting somebody asked for a divorce. They don't want to meet. PTO meeting lasts long. The homeowners association meeting, people fell out. Don't say the word meeting, because meeting sometime will get them back to a bad meeting mentally. Don't say join, people think the military. Don't say upline, downline, under. That sounds like you're part of some network marketing company. Don't say leader. Don't take me to your leader. That sounds like you're from Mars. Nobody want to be in sales. Don't say that word. Don't say recruit. Now, some of these words we're going to use internally, but outside the door, don't put on a red suit. Don't say hierarchy. I'm part of the John Davis hierarchy. Sound like Amway from the 70s. Don't say investments, because people will say, well, I already got somebody, or I don't have money. You ever said the word investments and people jump up and down and say, yeah, sign me up? No, it doesn't work that way. Don't say financial services. People think it's credit repair. People think it's mortgages. People think it's home modification. Don't say that word. Don't say business opportunity. Anybody ever been to the business opportunity meeting at the hotel? Everybody fired up. You don't say that word. You're putting a red suit on yourself. Don't say the word insurance. I remember the first time flying Southwest, and I'm looking for my ticket number. I'm looking for my seat. And they said, we don't have seats here. I don't miss my call for my row. So I'm looking for a seat, and I got this middle seat. I don't like riding the middle. And it was these two ladies sitting on each side. And boy, they went to talking. And I couldn't stop them from talking. You know how I stopped them from talking? I said, I'm in the insurance business. You want to buy some insurance? You want to buy some, hey, you want some insurance? Let me run you a quote. And they didn't say nothing to me the whole trip. If you want to get people to run away from you, say the word insurance, and they will run away from you. Don't say license, because they barely passed their driver's license. Say certifications. Don't say cost. How much it costs? So these are the words you don't say. Let me give you the words to say. Here are the words you replace it with. Let's start here. Instead of meeting, say career night, corporate overview, open house. Instead of saying join, interviewed. Instead of saying business, instead of saying upline, downline business partner, you can see right here. Hierarchy, say division. Don't say financial services, say what financial services can do. And there's all the words. So let me go back here. Hey, Jimmy, it cost me $100. I'm working on a license. I'm in insurance business. It's a great business opportunity in financial services. It deals with investments. I'm part of the Wayne's hierarchy. He recruited me. We want to work in sales. He's a great leader. He's my upline. I joined on Friday because I came to the meeting on Wednesday. That sounds bad. Instead of, I'll say it this way. Hey, Rachel, I just made an investment. I'm working on a certification. I'm helping families with living benefits. I have a very good business idea that helps people with income for life and also tax-free retirement. As a matter of fact, I am working in Emma Colton's division. We are expanding here in Atlanta. We're helping families. She is the senior director there at the firm, also one of the business partners there. We interviewed on Thursday, and I was at their career night on Wednesday. Don't try to write it all down. I will email this to y'all. I will email this to you. Because some of you walking around with a red suit and don't even know it. So the next thing is E-ThOR. This is something you want to learn. This is how I hit my promotion. This is how I made a lot of money with E-ThOR. I'm in training. I'm excited. I'm in training. I need your help. Hey, John, this is Alvin. Small talk. How the kids? How the wife? I don't know if you heard, man, but I just started with a new career that I'm very excited about. And I'm in their training program. I just got accepted with the firm. Now, if you've been here for a while, you say, hey, I'm in a training program. I'm working on a big promotion. Now, I can really use your help. Normally, if somebody calls you for help, they want your car, they want you to help them move, or they want some money. So I already know that. That's why I said, I need some help. Can you help me out? Yeah, what is it? Oh, what is it? I need to complete 10 training appointments with my trainer in the next 2 weeks so I can qualify for a promotion. It will only take 30 minutes. Could you be one of my 10? They're like, sure, man. You don't need no money. You don't need my car. I don't need to help you move. When we can meet? See, now they're anxious to meet you. And then you go to the close. But if they give you some pushback, then you use the O. Hey, I really value your opinion, and I was wondering if you can help me out. You help me out? Yeah, I'll help you out. It's only going to take 30 minutes. We're going to stop. We're going to pop by and show you the stuff. You notice I didn't say what the stuff was. I said stuff. In the future, you can give me some referrals if nothing else. Go to the close. Everybody got that. You will learn this. And that's how you're going to set up those 10 appointments. And that's how you're going to get the words and the training. And that's how you're going to learn this business. And then now you're the trainer. And your trainees are using E-ThOR. And they're keeping you booked. I say, hey, you got Monday, you got Tuesday, you got Wednesday, you got Thursday, you got Friday. You keep me booked, okay? On Monday, just use E-ThOR. And if I can't be there, one of our trainers will be there. So you need some SOU in your life. Publix done ran out, Walmart ran out, Amazon don't have it. The only place you can get some SOU is here. Who knows what SOU is? Sense of urgency. People don't have a sense of urgency no more. They are just going through the motions. They are just lackadaisical. People need a sense of urgency. Don't waste time. Time equals life. Here's our map, y'all. We're growing. We are expanding very fast. California is moving. Canada is moving. The Northeast, the Midwest, but look at the South. We're going to open 150 new offices in the South. We want to take over the East Coast. Everything on 95, we want an office as a major city. Wherever there's an NBA city or an NFL city, we want an office. We want to take over because I feel the financial education is needed. The business model is needed. People are looking to make an extra 1,000. Some people looking to make an extra 100 grand a year. Don't underestimate the power of an extra $1,000 a month. Don't underestimate us doing our income matching program. is when I know you making 50, let's say a person making 50,000 and I add an additional 50,000 to the household. Does that change things? Because you know what to do with that first 50, but that bonus 50, oh, that changes some stuff. Welcome to your future. This is our orientation class, y'all.